It's Dr. Mora, Orange County Orthopedic Surgeon. Wanted to show you an interesting x-ray finding. This is an x-ray of a shoulder. It's a patient who couldn't raise his arm up. He's a 50-year-old plus athlete, had shoulder pain, avid overhead athlete, and now he couldn't raise his arm up. So I did x-rays on his shoulder, and he told me, hey doc, the x-rays aren't going to show anything. Can we just do the MRI? And I told him, sometimes the x-rays actually do show something. And I'm not just talking about arthritic changes. There are signs on a shoulder x-ray that can point towards the actual problem, especially if someone has what's called a massive rotator cuff tear. So this is basically what I showed him. I'm going to show you the x-ray right now. This is an x-ray of a shoulder. This is the socket, and that's the humeral head, and that's the clavicle, and the acromion, humeral shaft. And what we see on this x-ray is that the humeral head is no longer centered on the socket. There's the socket, so we can call it the ball and socket, but the socket is or the ball has actually risen up, and it's actually almost abutting the top or the undersurface of this acromion. This is just so you can understand where we are. This is the patient's deltoid, and the arm is down here. So deltoid and top of the shoulder, and his neck would be over there. So once again, this is what we see on the x-ray. We see what's called a high riding humeral head, meaning that the humeral head has gone up, and it's abutting the acromion, and it's no longer centered on the glenoid. So why did that happen? I'm going to draw it out, and I'm going to explain it to you. So let me show you what we just saw, okay? We were just looking at the shoulder. So this would be the shoulder, the arm, biceps, chest, clavicle, acromion, humeral shaft, greater tuberosity, humeral head, okay, and then scapula. Okay, so what we got is normally we have a rotator cuff that comes off the scapula, and that rotator cuff attaches to the greater tuberosity of the humeral head. Humeral head and glenoid. Okay, this would be the rotator cuff, and this would just be one of the rotator cuff muscles. We'll call it the supraspinatus. Okay, supraspinatus muscle belly comes off the scapula, goes within the bursa. This is the subacromial space. That's the bursa, and attaches to the greater tuberosity. So when you have a rotator cuff tear, basically what's happening is the tendon is tearing off the greater tuberosity of the humerus. And when the tendon tears off the greater tuberosity here, sometimes it just sits there, but if it's a full rupture and when time passes, this muscle continues to fire, so that means that it's pulling that way, it pulls in this direction. So every time it pulls in that direction, it's actually causing the stump to move farther and farther away from the tuberosity. And over time, this stump might be here, or here, or here, and over time it's actually over here. We call that a fully retracted rotator cuff tear. And once it's torn over here, there's no more tension happening. So this muscle belly starts to atrophy, becomes thinner, and it actually develops or becomes infiltrated with fat and scar tissue. So it becomes fibrous with fat atrophy. And what that basically means is it's not functional anymore, and now you have a retracted tendon. Now once this tendon retracts, basically what's happening is now there's a space here. And when that space is no longer occupied by the tendon, so this humeral head goes up, and it rides up to the top like this. So now you have a humeral head that's abutting the acromion, and there's no more space here. And once it does this, the humeral head is no longer centered on the glenoid. Here's the center of the humeral head. It's no longer centered. Humeral head rises up, hits the acromion. So now you have a situation where the mechanics are totally off. And in order to improve the situation, what you'd have to do is you'd have to try to repair this rotator cuff. And even when you repair it, and if you can repair it, and normally you can't repair it because of the scarring and the dysfunction, even if you can pull it as hard as possible by doing releases, it's still not functional because of the fat atrophy, and eventually it just tears again. So usually when you have an MRI that shows a massive rotator cuff tear, like this one, along with a fat atrophy, it's basically a non-repairable rotator cuff situation. In that situation, we can try to rehab the patient by strengthening the deltoid, and that might help the patient raise their arm up, maybe. But even that doesn't work very well because it's off-centered. This humeral head is not centered, so it's a suboptimal mechanical situation. So one of the treatments that we do for this situation is something called superior capsule reconstruction. And superior capsule reconstruction is a procedure where we actually reconstruct this area or this capsule. And the way that's done is we use a graft. It's like a sheet. It's like a sheet which is actually it's skin. It's dermal allograft, and this sheet is used here. It's attached here. I'm going to draw another picture here, a different spot. So we're going to just draw it again, and I'm going to show you how we reconstruct it. So once again, there's my scapula, and I'm going to draw the humeral head, the greater tuberosity, okay, clavicle, chromion. Okay, so once again, we have a rotator cuff that's atrophied, retracted, can't bring it over to repair here. So we need to get this humeral head centered again, centered with the glenoid, and we do that so that we can get this deltoid to work, right? That's the goal. So we attach that sheet of dermal allograft. We attach it to the rim of the glenoid, and we attach it to the tuberosity, and it's attached with special sutures, okay? And if possible, do a partial repair of this rotator cuff, attach it if we can, but what's basically being done is humeral head is being dropped back down, recentered, and this tension is being created over here, a little bit of tension, so that now when everything heals up and we reactivate the deltoid, it's able to pull the arm because the mechanics are back in place, meaning that the ball is centered again, and there's a little bit of tension applied here. So when you pull, this just rotates in place, and now the patient is able to raise their arm up. Okay, so once again, this is called a superior capsular reconstruction, and I like to do a partial rotator cuff repair. It's outpatient procedure. It's relatively arthroscopic. Sometimes we do have to make about a 1-inch incision over here in this lateral side to slide this graft in place, attach it firmly to the tuberosity, attach it firmly to the lip at the top of the glenoid. Superior capsular reconstruction, very different procedure than older procedures where we were. Let me do this one more time just to explain things. I'm going to show you what one of the older procedures were. The older procedure where we were trying to repair the rotator cuff is where we were using a graft as a bridge. We were using a graft as a bridge, tying it to the stump, tying it over here, and this was not quite doing the job because the tension was not established. There wasn't enough tension. It was still kind of a loose structure. The humeral head was still riding up, and this area oftentimes would not heal, and it was very difficult to generate sufficient force to pull through this graft to raise the arm up. So it was a failure. Bridging the tear did not work. We were doing that a few years ago. So now one of the procedures, once again, for a massive rotator cuff tear with fat atrophy, superior capsular reconstruction, reestablishes glenohumeral joint mechanics so that the deltoid can raise the arm up. Just wanted to, once again, show you a very interesting case, and it all started when I showed you that x-ray of the high riding humeral head. So now you understand that the x-ray can actually point towards the diagnosis even without an MRI. Now in this case, I am getting an MRI because I'm interested in seeing the level of fat atrophy. Okay, that's it. Once again, it's Dr. Mora, Orange County orthopedic surgeon. I hope I taught you something there. I think it's something that can help patients, especially those that have been told there's nothing that we can do about your shoulder because you have a massive rotator cuff tear, and there's not much that can be done for it. But now you know that something can be done, and if you have any friends or family members that can maybe benefit from something like this, please let them know about it. Okay, take care. Thank you very much.